Bukayo Saka has spoken, people. He's given an interview on CBS and spoken indirectly about Arsenal's title aspirations, his connection with Kai Havertz, and a bunch of other stuff, which I'm yet to read, and we're going to go over it together. I think we all love Bukayo Saka, hated, adored, but never ignored. It seems like rival fans don't rate him, but any right winger or any talented young winger that scores a goal or does 10 kick-ups, they're immediately compared to Bukayo Saka. At this point, Arsenal fans, we don't need to fight Saka's cases. He doesn't. As he did it in the last Euros, people talk. We know what he does. The man came all the way from Haaland, captains us, and does the business week in, week out. And his consistency levels are absolutely crazy, people. The man's amazing. He's a joy to have, and I wouldn't trade him for the world. And I'm sure you lot would agree too. Smash the like button if you agree. Big up my Arsenal fans, and shout to you lot tuned in. Enough rambling. Let's get straight into business, people. Bukayo Saka praises Arsenal's development on and off the pitch and its role in the hype around London. At only 23, Saka is stepping into the shoes of some Arsenal greats that have come before. Now, personally, people, again, you know, football's universal. You know, one thing I like about football is it doesn't necessarily care about your skin color, about your sexual orientation, you know, whether you're a man or a woman or whatever, people. It's are you good or are you rubbish? And such a simple game, which is putting the ball in the back of an opponent's net, has united fans of different cultures. Like, I am not a Premier League footballer, I wish, but even on my little YouTube channel, people, big up you lot. We're a community here of what, 63,000 subscribers. We've got different countries, different religions, different backgrounds, all of that kind of stuff. But you know, I do think, and people that get it in line with Black History. Yeah. Sometimes it's about seeing people that look like you on the TV, whether that has nothing to do with football. Let's just say you're a young man and you wanted to be a doctor and you can see that on TV, people. Bukayo Saka is inspiring generations in that regards. Let's be real. Arsenal are the culture club, I think, indirectly because of our multiculturalism, people, and the way we conduct ourselves together with being the gentleman's club, allegedly, and things of that ilk. We're treated differently in the way we're reported. But big up Saka, you're inspiring literally millions at 23 years of age. It's very easy to forget, people, that Saka is 23. He's only just scratched the surface of where this guy can go, you know, really. I know he's done crazy things, and although we know he's a quality player, one of the best in his position, does the business, and we've come to expect a level of consistency and performances and maverick moments from him, he keeps on surprising and getting better and better and better and better. He's 23. As Arsene Wenger said, this is now where you arrive. I think Saliba's just turned 23 or in around that age. This is now where you're an established footballer, where you know your job, in which Saka takes it all with his stride, man. I know we're a young side, but you know, again, form is obviously one thing, but you know, where you've got Gabriel Jesus, all of these guys in Arsenal's teams that have been around and won trophies. A man's a captain. That tells you, yeah, don't let the baby face and the smile and all these things confuse you. When it's time to talk in the dressing room, the man chats, really. As we know, there's many different ways of leading, and ironically, it's Tony Adams, you know, it's Tony Adams' birthday, so happy birthday to, you know, Mr. Arsenal. And obviously, Saka has a long way to go before he's mentioned with Henry and Tony Adams and people of that ilk, but he's well on his way, don't you think? And could you argue he's an Arsenal legend already? God forbid, but if he retired right now, could you argue he's an Arsenal legend already? Let me know in the comments, people. Given how long he has been the face of the franchise at Arsenal and Premier League, it is sometimes hard to believe that Saka only celebrated his 23rd birthday last month. Since establishing himself in Mikel Arteta's first team in 2020, look where it is now in 2024, Saka shouldered an enormous football burden with ease, establishing his club as one of the best in Europe and himself as one of the best in the game. Again, you know, we want to just skip to exactly what's said. I can see my club is evolving, not just on the pitch, but off it as well. It's nice to see the different things they're doing. A lot of it is very cool. I think a lot of it around London, part of it is due to Arsenal. Pardon me. And then scrolling all the way down, you know, at 23, Saka is already following the footsteps of Tony Adams, Patrick Vieira, and Thierry Henry. He is one leading Arsenal out in one of their biggest matches with Odegaard injured. Again, pick him up on that. He said, that's one of the things where I become speechless when people ask. Everyone knows my journey, where I come from. To take the captain's armband, walk the lads out at the Emirates Stadium, I can't put into words. It's crazy. I don't think you can, really and truly. When the new kits come out, you see it all across London. I'm always looking out to see if anyone has my number on it. Saka, you know, you're probably the highest shirt seller at the Emirates, people. It's always a nice feeling when you see a little kid or an older man wearing one of my shirts. I'm not sure how kindly a 34-year-old man take it to that last line seamlessly being aimed at me. But anyways, I'll never take it for granted. And if I can give them a tiny bit of my time, a bit of love back to them, I try to do that too. Big him up. He spoke on Kai Havertz's connection, or better yet, both of their connections together. And it's quite, obviously it's not quite Saka and Odegaard, but it is probably one of the best relationships within an 11 at Arsenal. They've combined for a couple of goals now, and they work well together, man, much like many of the players. I always thought Kai's an unbelievable player. Everyone in the dressing room did too. We're so happy that he's showing that this season. He's come out with even more confidence. I agree. I think he scored in almost every game. He's going to score a lot of goals this season. He has a really good understanding around the box, and he gets you a couple of assists. We know that ball to the back post is cash money. And he'll probably pop up with some from direct corners as well as Gabriel. When to attack it. That's why he gets a lot of chances, and that's why hopefully he'll score a lot of goals, people. He then said, on something else, he said, he gave me a lot of confidence that when he's one-on-one with an attacker, he's going to win the ball back and give it to me. I think he's talking about Timber there. On the ball, he's so composed, so calm, and so confident. He's a top player. I'm happy he's showing it. It must have been hard for him knowing that he had so much ability but was on the sidelines for a year. He's always kept his head, stayed humble, and worked so hard. I'm happy that now he's getting the praise he deserves. Fair enough, man. Big up Bukayo Saka and the boys, man, really. The Athletic have done a piece on Saka. So I thought, why not, people? Me, I love to push the Bukayo Saka PR, and I knew he was a good player. Obviously I watched him from when he was very young in the under 18s, kind of same age in the 21s. One game that will stand out, I know I've seen him do it in the semi-finals of a World Cup, in the Euros, in the Prem, in big games, doing it every week in the Prem. Whenever I think Bukayo Saka, I think a couple of years ago, the Trey Trophy when he was playing right wing. And I knew he was good. I knew he'd make Arsenal first team, but I'd be lying to you if I said, he'd be Arsenal captain, one of the best in the world, and doing this. No one could. Only God knew this guy's talent, really, in that regards, people. And that's what's so fun about it. Obviously, it was his birthday, people. He's doing his thing. He's got 5 goals, 5 Premier League goals and assists so far. That takes his goals and assist tallies to 91, moving him up to 8th on the list of most Premier League contributions before the age of 24, surpassing Marcus Rashford's total of 87. Bearing in mind, I don't have it to hand, but how many appearances, did he play at left back? Because it's only recently, maybe in the last 3 seasons, maybe an exaggeration, that he's actually now playing on the flanks. Before that, he was a left back. So you have to rate his thing even more. Only Raheem Sterling, Cesc Fabregas, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lukaku, Robbie Fowler, Wayne Rooney, and Michael Owen had more at that age, but leapfrogging Rashford offers a pertinent moment of comparison. And to be fair, if you're next to Sterling, based on when he came into the Prem, Cesc Fabregas, Cristiano Ronaldo, Robbie Fowler, Rooney, Owen need no introduction, and Lukaku was a bagsman at one point in the Prem, you're doing all right at 23 years of age, people. Saka's got 91. Hopefully he can get to 100. Well, you will get to 100 for the end of the season. Rashford turns 27 in 3 weeks. Damn, man, Saka's decision making is far better than his, really. Big up Rashi, though, man. Having hit double figures in each of his last 3 Premier League seasons, the same as Rashford did between 28 to 2021, Saka can continue the upward curve into his mid-20s and go catastrophic when it comes to goals and assists. Big up Saka for that, man. But yeah, is there anything else? Because there's too much chatting about Rashford in that regards, people. We know what Saka does. And again, the development, man. The development, man. Look at the development year in, year out. 2021, 18 goal contributions. 2022, 23, 25. Last season, 25. At 9 at this moment in time, 7 assists, 2 goals. Saka, you know what you need to do. You need to be hitting those numbers all better, and keep doing the business. Saka maintains those standards of around 25 goals and assists every season for the next 5 years. It would still mean he's in stellar company. And to be fair for Saka, I think Mohamed Salah is a very good guide point for him. And obviously Saka is never going to be Cristiano Ronaldo, but he says that's his favorite player and he wears his number. Obviously, you can't match Cristiano Ronaldo in terms of ability, people. But when you think of Ronaldo, you think of determination. You think of, in a positive way, never being content, never being happy, always improving. I can't say I see that level of extreme with Saka, because I don't see them things. But the consistency element, maybe that's something he looks at. So yeah, big up Saka. And I think I wouldn't say you see his mindset change, because he's clearly a positive lad, receptible to learning, a lot of humility, clearly intelligent to undertake what managers and coaches are telling you to improve. But I think, he's really hungry for more. When you listen to him about the books he reads and all of these things, he really has a growth mindset. So shout out to Bukayo Saka. You know, big him up. And you look at Arsenal's age range. If we could keep these boys together and win some trophies, man, you know, him, Saka and Saliba in particular, because they're the ones you're like, there's not too many teams, if any, that them man couldn't be key parts of, you know, and achieve things really. But to have, you know, Timber at 23, Saliba same age, Calafiori 22. Probably what's Calafiori, probably one of the youngest actually. Declan Rice 25, same as Odegaard, same as Kai Havertz. So a bit weird because Havertz is actually a lot younger than you think, yeah, than a lot of people think, including myself. Calafiori's a lot younger than you think as well. Is quite crazy. So yeah, big up Martinelli at 23. Yeah, you need to up your performances and continue it, people. So yeah, hopefully Saka avoids any serious injuries. He stays at the club for a while. He's in the right hands with Mikel Arteta and he's doing his thing, people. So what do you lot make of that? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the rest of the content. Most importantly, stay safe, stay blessed. Peace.
Always just like, I think